same direction, starting at the same time. Okay, so now we are having two objects. Okay, two objects from the same direction and then starting at the same time. Okay, example, very common example, if there is a race. Okay, there's a race, you have say two person racing 100 meters. So they will start at the same time. So whoever runs faster obviously will be ahead. Whoever runs slower will be behind. All right. So this is another type of speed question that they can ask you. Okay, let's take a look at this question. Sharon and Singi, right, started cycling at the same time along a 4.5 kilometers track. Both did not change their speed from start to finish. It means that the speed is consistent. Okay, Sharon cycled at 375 meters per minute. When she reached the end of the track, Singi was 600 meters behind her. Straight away from here, we can understand that Sharon cycled faster than Singi. Okay, even though they start at the same time, but Sharon reached the end of the track or the finishing point faster than her, and Singi was 600 meters behind. Okay, so we know that Singi, the speed for Singi must be less than 375 meters per minute. Okay, the cycling speed of Singi must be less than 375 meters per minute. If we get the answer more than 375, we know that there is something wrong and we have to calculate again. All right. Okay, so how do you solve this? Very simple. So what is the time taken by Sharon? Okay, we know that Sharon speed is given as 375 meters per minute, and she cycled a total distance of 4.5 kilometers. Now take note, first we need to convert. Since the distance here is in kilometers and the speed given is in meters, we need to change 4.5 kilometers to meters. So we get 4,500 meters. That's the first step that we need to do. Okay, so the time is distance divided by speed, right? So distance is 4,500. The speed is 375. So if you divide, you get 12 minutes. Okay, so it means that Sharon took 12 minutes to finish the race. Okay, she took 12 minutes to finish the race. All right, now what about Singi? Now, since Singi was 600 meters behind, we can calculate when Sharon had completed the race, Singi was 600 meters behind. So Singi was at the 3,900 meters mark. Okay, so when Sharon has reached the finishing point, Singi has only cycled 3,900 meters. How do I get 3,900? 4,500 minus 600. Okay? All right. Now, what about her speed? At this point, where Sharon has completed, okay, and Singi was at the point 900, okay, Singi would have traveled a time of 12 minutes. Okay, she would have cycled for 12 minutes, right? So at 12 minutes, Sharon would have reached the finishing point, but Singi would be at point 3,900. So what is the speed for Singi? Distance divided by time, 3,900 divided by 12 minutes, you get 325 meters per minute. All right, so you can see here, Singi is 325, Sharon is 375, right? So you can see that our answers are consistent. Okay, Singi traveled or cycled at a slower speed than Sharon. Okay, all right. Let's take a look at another kind of question. The same direction, start at the same time. Okay, so there's a different variation. Okay, same direction starting at the same time. Now let's take a look at this question. Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes to read this question first. Okay. Okay, can okay, very good. Now at 8:30 a.m., Mike and Jenny set off at the same time from point X to Y. Okay, so you can see here at 8:30 a.m., both of them set off at the same time. Okay, so they start same direction, starting at the same time. Okay, at 11 a.m., Mike completed this journey, but Jenny had covered only 508 of the journey. Now, from here we can tell that Mike is faster than Jenny. Okay, from here itself we can tell because you can see that when Mike completed the journey, Jenny had only covered 5 out of 8 of the journey. Okay, and they tell you also that Jenny's speed was 54 kilometers an hour slower than Mike. Okay, as we had expected. Okay, so the question, find the distance between X and Y. A, B, at what time would Jenny complete her journey? Okay, so again, there's lots of information here. Okay, you cannot, straight away find or calculate. That will not be easy. Okay, so you draw the speed or the distance speed timeline, okay, for you to visualize the question. Okay, so you can see here at 8:30 a.m., okay, they both start. When Mike has reached, okay, Mike at 11 a.m., Mike would have reached. Now Jenny would have covered only 508 of the journey. So Jenny would have traveled 5 units, and then Mike would have covered 8 units. So the difference between Jenny to Mike here will be 3 units. Okay. So question, find the distance between X and Y. Okay, so listen very carefully. Now, since the time taken by Mike is 2.5 hours, so how do you get 2.5 hours? So since Mike started at 8:30 a.m., he completed the journey at 11 a.m. Okay, so it takes 2.5 hours, right? From here, 2.5 hours. Now, for every 1 hour, Mike is ahead than Jenny by 54 kilometers. Now, how do you get this information? You take a look here. Jenny's speed was 54 kilometers slower than Mike. So it means that Mike's speed is 54 kilometers an hour faster. That means for every 1 hour, Mike will be ahead than Jenny by 54 kilometers for every 1 hour. Now, since Mike traveled a distance of 2.5 hours, okay, so in 2.5 hours, Mike will be ahead by 54 multiplied by 2.5 hours. You get 135 kilometers. Okay, you understand this part, everyone? Or you want me to repeat? You understand, Kaishara? Very good. Okay, so for every 1 hour, Mike is ahead by 54 kilometers. Okay, at the end of, after 2.5 hours, Mike will be ahead of Jenny by 135 kilometers. Okay, since we know that this is 5 units and this is 8 units, the difference here is 3 units, right? So 3 units is 135 kilometers. 1 unit is 45. 8 units, which is the entire journey, will be 45 multiplied by 8. Okay, you get 360 kilometers. So this is the answer for part A, the distance between X and Y. Alright? Okay, for part B, at what time would Jenny complete her journey? At what time would Jenny complete the journey? Okay, now let's take a look here. Now, since the total distance is 360 kilometers, okay, so the speed, okay, the speed for Mike, okay, let's calculate the speed for Mike. Since the distance is 360 kilometers, Mike took 2.5 hours, so Mike's speed is 104 kilometers per hour. Speed is divided by time, 144 kilometers an hour. So the speed for Jenny is 54 kilometers an hour less. Okay, so 144 minus 54, you get 90 kilometers an hour. So this is the speed by Jenny. So Jenny's speed is 90 kilometers an hour. Okay, Since 3 units is 135 kilometers, all right, so the time taken by Jenny, all right, time is distance divided by speed. So distance is 135, okay, from here to here, divide by the speed. So she took 1 hour, 1.5 hours, okay, to travel from here to this point, right? Jenny took 1.5 hours to reach or to complete her journey. Now, at what time would Jenny complete her journey? So at this point, okay, when Mike was completed his journey, it was 11 a.m. and Jenny was behind, right? So Jenny at this point here, it was ready 11 a.m. for Jenny, right? But Jenny has not completed. Okay, how long more does Jenny needs to complete the race? Okay, she took another 1.5 hours. So 11 a.m. plus 1.5 hour, you get 12:30 p.m. Okay, so Jenny reached the end of the journey, all right, at point Y at 12:30 p.m. Okay, all right. Okay, so this getting more challenging, huh? Okay, is everybody okay? Okay, if you don't understand, it is perfectly understandable. If some of you may not understand at this point of time, it's okay. Okay, maybe you may understand 50%, 40%, 60% is all right at this point of time. Okay, later on, once I upload the video into our YouTube channel, okay, you can always review this lesson. Okay, now you can take your time to do on a piece of paper, okay, by yourself first, and then you can take a look at my explanation. Okay, if you still don't understand, you can always see me during our tuition classes, then I'll explain to you more. Okay.